Hi there and welcome to Focus on Frisco, another beautiful day up here in Frisco. I'm Shannon Fallon. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got a great show. Tom Hogeman is going to be joining us, the Marina manager, to talk a lot about what's going on down at the Marina and what's going to be going on down at the Marina. And I have Dan Fallon, who's a new council member as well. So stay with us right here on Focus on Frisco. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us right here on Focus on Frisco. I'm Shannon Fallon and this is Tom Hogeman, a face I'm sure most of you Marina hanger-outers, right?
That is the technical
term. Is that
term.
the right term? Yeah.
Yep.
Recognize. Tom's been down at the Marina for a long time, but you became the Marina manager. Gosh, this is the middle of your second summer.
Yep, that is correct.
So welcome.
Thank you.
This is a pretty great summer to be at a Marina, let me just tell you.
Yeah, I can't remember the last summer we had this many
right?
sunny days in a row.
This is incredible. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening at the Marina. I think that most people know they can rent boats and things like that, but let's just do an overview of some of the services that you guys do offer down there.
Yeah, we rent all types of boats, power boats, stand-up paddle boards. We even have Hobie stand-up pedal boards.
I have seen those, and it's a riot.
Are a little weird looking, but I hear it's a great workout.
That's what I hear too.
And
you rent those out of the Marina store?
We do. We do. We have 4 of those that we can rent out. And we have the beach that has become hugely popular. Every weekend it's covered with kids and sunbathers.
Love it.
Beach in Colorado, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Frisco earned the title as one of the best lake towns. And that just cracked me up.
Yeah.
Well worth it because it is beautiful, but isn't that great?
Yeah.
It's gotta make you feel good.
I moved here for the skiing.
Right. Mountain town?
Yeah, I came from boating background, but thought I was giving that up to move here for the skiing.
Right. Now you have it all.
Yep.
Now you have it all. So those Hobie stand-up pedal boards have been fun. Every once in a while we'll get out there in the morning, and it's nice. I can imagine that you rent more of them in the morning while the lake is still very quiet.
Yeah, if you're looking to get out on one of those or a stand-up paddleboard, canoe, kayak, morning is certainly our best time, and you can make reservations to do that. It's highly recommended. We do sell out, especially on weekends.
Yeah. So people can come down to the Marina store as well to get fishing licenses and all of everything that they need. Is that correct?
Yeah, we do have a small store there. Yeah. Fishing licenses, lures, worms,
a little bit of everything down there.
Yep.
Great stuff to take home if you want to show people that you've been up at a reservoir way.
Yeah, good collection of t-shirts
really cool
and hats.
Stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of the off to the side stuff. Certainly great because it's stuff that people need.
Yep.
But are you feeling, you've been there for many years, are you feeling that the Marina is really starting to make a big pull from people all over the county, all over the state, and really kind of a destination again?
Yeah, it has grown every year since I've been there, and it doesn't have to be a holiday weekend anymore for the parking lot to fill up, for our rental boats to be fully reserved. I know this last week with the holiday, we were fully booked for the whole week. Walk-up business there's not a guarantee that we'll have something for you, so definitely reserve online. We do offer a 5% discount if you reserve online at least.
That's awesome.
48 hours in advance.
It's a great idea.
Just to make it an incentive to make that reservation early.
Yeah, you bet. And it's interesting because in previous years, and I know we're kind of getting into our monsoon season now as we head into July, but in previous years, I think people would be a little nervous about making some online reservations 48 hours in advance, but I'll tell you what, I would do it in a New York minute right now.
Yeah, especially in the morning.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time it rained all day here. It's been a while, so enjoy the sun.
Let's just touch on that just a tiny bit because I think people recognize that it's been dry. Nothing drastic is happening right now, but as you look forward to the summer, into the rest of the summer, do you see, if it continues like this, some changes needing to be made?
Yes, water levels have been dropping the last few weeks, and we are preparing to make adjustments as necessary to keep being able to run our business fully and deal with those water levels. So some docks may not be where you remember them being a
That's
few
what I
weeks
was
from
going to
now.
say. I mean, it's not like the water is going to go away. I just remember even a few years ago, the docks got pushed out a little bit, and you had a little taxi that went out and took you to your boat.
So yeah, we're gonna keep everybody boating.
Great.
Just may not look exactly the way you saw it,
Yeah.
a month ago if you were here.
But still exciting and beautiful nonetheless.
Yep.
So to make those reservations, as Tom mentioned, the big thing is to go online, get that discount. 5% is 5%, and it really is going to guarantee that if you're coming up the day of, it really is going to be tough. I mean, Frisco, the town is packed, absolutely packed right now.
So there's days, middle of the day on a Saturday, we can't even answer the phone.
It's
there's so many people in the office and so many people trying to call. So it's not due to lack of wanting to answer the phone. It's just volume of calls, trying to keep up with it.
Yep. Yeah. So know that they're there. You guys are there 7 days a week.
Yep.
So stop by, but make sure you come down. It's such a beautiful way to spend an afternoon, a morning, an evening. I mean, all of the above. It's a great way to do it.
Absolutely.
Now, you mentioned the little store and some things like that. That also leads us to our next thought of the Marina Master Plan, because with all of these people coming in and with all of the stuff that's happening down there, I can only imagine you guys are seeing yourselves grow out of what you have.
Yeah, it has become such a popular place. We're looking at keeping up with it without losing all the things that people love about it.
So what are those? What are the things that people love?
I think people love the open space, the grass.
Yeah.
The beach is hugely popular. The Island Grill restaurant, the access to the water. We don't want to lose that, but there's definitely, going through this master plan process, working with some consultants, we found that there's some things we can adjust that should pay huge dividends in spreading different user groups out so that everybody has a little more space.
Well, that's interesting.
So that kayakers and power boaters and the beach and the rental dock aren't all kind of crammed into the 100 yards of shoreline we've got.
Yeah, it's definitely cozy. So as you guys started this master plan, and I think Diane McBride was on, I think we were talking maybe 4 or 5 months ago, kind of at the beginning of your process to really start to talk about some of this. But what did you guys see? What was the process, and what were you hearing from folks?
We did have one community outreach meeting very early on in the process. We also put together a advisory committee of community members, different users, technical experts to help guide us as well. And one of the things we discovered early on is the current location of the boat ramp really kind of bisects the site, and a lot of the user conflicts are right there. So that's one of the big changes the master plan has, is moving that boat ramp, which allows us to have that North Shore be more continuous grass and beach area. And
so if you're looking at the lake from that, you guys are talking about moving it to the left a little bit? I mean, to the right?
Moving it to the south side
of
the pier where all the docks are.
Gotcha.
Kind of getting it out of the way. And that will go hand in hand with the big dig, which is another thing that people have been talking a lot about.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
The current Denver Water website says the lake is 96% full, and we're already getting to the point where we're considering moving docks just because the bay is so shallow. So being able to excavate that bay, make it deeper, make it so that we've just got a bigger margin of error for different water levels, and still being able to use the gas dock, use the ramp, function the way we want to, and not have to go
at
to plan
all
B.
times.
Most times. I mean, the lake can still go down far enough that it would make it hard, but this
really kind of trying to preempt the possibility on some of the shorter dry years where you don't have to move them out as soon maybe in the season as
we've run some numbers comparing all the lake level data from the last 30 years.
Awesome.
And we picked a depth that we think would give us an average of a month longer season every year.
Great, right?
Yeah, that'd be huge.
I mean, that's huge.
It's such a short summer to begin with.
Exactly.
An extra month, pretty good.
That's big. That's big. So when are you going to start on a lot of these projects that we're starting to see? And then where can people find out more about what's going to be happening?
Yeah, the first step that people will notice is this fall we're currently slated to start building a new marina office.
Okay.
And that will...
Are you guys building from the ground up?
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be in a new location, so the current office will be staying. We'll continue to run operations out of there until the new one is built, but it should have bigger retail space, more room for offices, more room for more bathrooms, which I know is a hot topic down there. So that'll be step one.
Okay. And that's starting this fall?
Correct.
Okay.
Our next step that we'd love to do is that big dig. Obviously Denver water controls the levels of that lake. Whether their desires certainly play into when we'll be able to do that. With water levels dropping and weather being like it has been, who knows? It could be coming up sooner than we think. That's our goal, is to be ready to go the next opportunity we have to get that done, because a lot of the other steps in the process key off of that.
Fall off of that. So will that have to be, I would assume, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, after the marina closes, right?
It all depends. If the water's that low, we'll be moving our operations
farther
out anyways. So I think any time frame that allows us to do it, we'd like to take advantage of. Not being an excavation expert, we'll have to go by what they tell us, but I think we'd love to get it done.
Yeah, that's great. So we're talking about the big dig, we're talking about the marina store. What else do you see on the horizon as some changes that you can let people know to expect?
I know.
Is the process still in the making?
A newer, bigger marina restaurant to replace the Island Grill.
Right.
Closer to the water. I think that's something we found out through the community outreach and this whole master plan process, is that people really like the current restaurant, but I think they'd all really like it even more if it was right on the water and you could really hear the waves lapping as you're having a cocktail. So that's also a big key element.
That's in there.
That's part of it.
What was the biggest surprise, if you can think of it, that people said that they wanted? Was there anything that you went, really? Or was it all pretty...
No, I think moving the boat ramp was big kind of shock. That's one thing that's been in the exact same place since I started working there. But it makes a whole lot of sense once the idea came up and we started thinking about it, and it just really opens the site up. I think people like it currently so much that I didn't hear any ideas that were too off the wall.
Right.
Nobody wanted a carnival there every weekend,
Thank goodness.
Right?
Still a marina after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been nice because I, as somebody who's been up here for 20 plus years, watching the Frisco Marina just grow and really adjust on a year-to-year basis has been very cool. The expansion of the number of boats you guys rent and what you rent, and all of that has been really neat to see, because I feel like you guys have done a great job keeping up with it, but you can see as you walk into that store at any time that it is nuts. And you guys have grown.
Get a little cramped in there at times, for sure.
All right, so the biggest thing I think we want everybody to remember, Tom, are reservations, especially on these beautiful hot summer days, and as we move into the midsummer and into early fall. Make your reservations online if you can. We know that's not always possible, but knowing that, there's a chance that if you try to come in day of, it's going to be a little more difficult to do so.
Yeah, FriscoBayMarina.com.
Great, and you can do all of that there. In addition, as these hot days continue, keep in mind that some of the conditions may change, so you may have some different places that you need to be in order to get your boat rentals or to put in and things like that. So you can go to that same website or friscogov.com to get some information.
We'll do our best to keep that updated on current water levels and conditions.
That sounds good. And of course, the events that happen down at the marina are always listed on the website as well. So thanks for your time. I appreciate it. It's really exciting. And I'm going to let you get back down to that water. It's a great day.
All
you
right.
shouldn't be over here so much. Tom, thanks very much.
Good talking to you.
You too. We're going to take a quick break here on Focus on Frisco. Stay with us. When I come back, Dan Fallon is going to be joining us, new town council representative.